a lot of people have been doing leader tier lists. I'm a big fan of the Bill Simmons podcast where they cross out teams for the playoffs every year. So I figured we could do a little, maybe like we can all pick one that can go directly to jail and one we can advance to go here, or whatever we think. We can go through them all, whatever really you guys want to do.
Yeah.
But I guess like I'll start just as an example. The one that I'm gonna throw in jail. Actually, I'll throw Captain Phasma in jail because I was really excited to try her, and it's just not enough First Order units. It's just like not even close because she seems really good, and I was really hyped to be like, yes, let's like build a cool villain aggro deck.
She's rare, right?
Yeah, she's one of the rares.
It's gonna take a few sets, I guess.
Well, that's it. Like when she got spoiled, it was like with a whole bunch of other things,
and then they
like never gave any more. It was basically exactly like her
sets rotate.
Exactly like her performance in the movie.
I know, all hype, so cool.
And then you're like, where is she?
Where'd she go? So that's one I'm throwing in jail. Justin, you want to go second?
Yeah, let's put Trench in jail. It's not going to be doing much for me.
It's not happening. The flip every turn.
Yeah, it's just like it not going to be. I don't think so. If someone creates it, great. But Trench, not doing it.
Yeah, to get a 4/5 for 3 on 6 resources is just pretty mopey. Even with a little bit of a draw engine.
I'm gonna send Akbar straight to jail.
Akbar?
Whoa! I think Akbar actually might be okay.
It ain't happening.
Exhaust a non-leader unit. If you do, its controller creates an X-wing token. You can get the swarm going.
Dude, I was actually
the format's too fast for like your swarm to matter. And like if you're like on the flip side, if you're using him to exhaust your opponents, then you're just giving them
X-wings.
Maybe you're setting up some war juggernauts to pyroclasm them.
It can have to be with like blue with all of like the sentinels, but like even that I feel is a stretch.
I agree that it's going to take a lot for Akbar, and it's probably a jail. Definitely how this game works. It is like the quote unquote like bad leader that I'm the most excited to try to like see if I can figure it out, because there is some interesting stuff there. But I agree, like it is going to be a tough road to hoe. All
right, Maddie, who you throwing in jail?
Man, I don't want to do my girl dirty, but I just think that every time they see like Rose Tico, they just have no love for her.
Oh man, I think Rose is at least.
I think Rose is great. She's like she was going to be my pick to go.
Oh, you're moving her to go?
You're sending her to go? He'll do damage from a vehicle and attack the face. Man,
she's got a free action that heals. Yeah.
All right,
it's not terrible.
No. I was gonna say like first I was gonna throw like Lando or
Holdo.
Yeah, but definitely Holdo. But I wanted to like be on the cusp, and like the thing I wanted to say about Rose is like I just don't know when you're gonna be like really cashing in on that. But I could be wrong.
I mean, with her sister Rose Tico on a 2-cost ship, giving it experience tokens, healing it.
Hey,
do it. Let me see it. But I'm throwing Rose in jail.
All right. I mean, I'd be remiss not to shout out Holdo and Lando. Like, you know, Holdo is resistance. There's not a lot of resistance units. The thing, like, her ability costs 1.
Yeah, it costs 1. It's pretty.
Lando's ability costs 1, and it's basically like it's Luke's ability, but worse.
Throw them both in jail. They're both.
Yeah, they can go to jail.
They can go to jail together. Holdo and Lando, just throw them in the back.
The police wagon, sir.
Yeah, I don't think you can say paddy wagon anymore.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, although they used it on a show that I watched last night, and I was like, ooh.
What's wrong with paddy wagon? I don't know
because it like implies that it would pick up all the Irish people who are drunk and bring them to jail.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Well, I would put.
All right, hey, get me in the comments with your Rose Tico ideas and tell me how wrong I was.
All right. Now,
Maddie.
a lot of the leaders left are pretty good. We have a lot of good leaders here.
Yep.
But I'm gonna say like you can only pick one to advance to go. So if you're picking one leader from this set that you want to work on, Who's it going to be?
Do I want to work on, or do I think is like the best? Because I think those are two different things.
All right.
I
Well, you interpret it whatever way you want.
So I think like the one that I'm probably the most excited to use, but I don't think it's going to be the best is Luke. I think that like the way to like build a giant ship, and like attack with it is really cool. Like he's red. He's a big rebel unit too, which is cool. Like we've got like all the synergies with Sabine, but like he's actually like got a big rebel body, so you can like wing leader him and stuff like that, which is kind of neat. Or put him on a ship. Like the cards that he can play are really neat. He can play Sabine's tie. He can play Millennium Falcon. So I think he can't be destroyed, although the bamboozle interaction is frustrating. But I'm really excited about Luke. The one I think is who is the best is Piet. I think Piet is going to instantly be tier 1 once people find like the right list. I think it's gonna be pretty frustrating to play against Piet personally, because you're gonna be dealing with like very early Devastators and both Devastators, very early Avengers. There's so many ships. And you're going to be seeing them hit the field, and like you're going to have your curve is going to be outmatched by like 3 or 4 points. So
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about it on Thursday night on our Patreon podcast, but I think like Piet's going to be everywhere because it's just so easy to play. You just ramp and
linear
slam.
and good is
Yep. And I said it there, but I'll say it here. Like if you really have struggled to stack wins in Star Wars Unlimited, you've met your best friend now in Admiral Piet, because you just do the same thing.
It's really hard to
over.
make a wrong decision when it's play early big ship.
Yeah, do I play Avenger or Devastator? Well, do you need to kill one?
I think people are going to be, I think like I know that it can be frustrating, but I actually think like a linear deck like that is good. Like I'm excited to see a ramp strategy like that, especially given like we just haven't had that many diverse strategies. It still has felt like, like a pumped up block format, or like, we're kind of playing a lot of veins of the same strategy. Like it's felt like it's kind of melded a little bit. So like to see like a ramp strategy come out that's like unique like that, I'm excited for it, even though I agree, like we're going to see a lot of Piet, so get ready to beat it.
Who's yours, Maddie?
I'm going to go with the guy in the bottom right, who I did not know who he was.
Didn't know who he was either.
Which is Kazuda.
Me neither.
Kaz.
Two things I really like. Like, so one of the things, just to circle back to Rose real quick, like one of the reasons I don't love Rose is like because of the way the actions work, you'll always be attacking into their units and you'll never have initiative. And like what I like about, because in my, like when I play this out in my head, not necessarily always true. What I like about Kazuda in taking 2 actions at a time, and granted one is like the same, like I feel like you are going to be able to get initiative more. And like I love the idea of playing like a risk reward style, and he's like blanking the risk for reward. Like I like that. Like if they kill your guys in the right window, he doesn't get to blank their downside, but like I think that's cool that he can blank the downside and then you can, maneuver it. And then I like that you can like trench run him and then not get the drawback, or the unit that he selects, or you can, heroic sack something and not have to sack it. I think that's really cool. And so it gives you like a diverse, it gives you like a new kind of aggressive way that you can play. And it becomes its own puzzle that you have to unlock. Like, how do I like stack these downside things that I'm going to blank without like going too far? And then it's in yellow cunning. So that's
really good. I will say I can't believe none of you went and watched Star Wars Resistance after our spoilers for Set 2 were Resistance characters. You did not do your homework there. Not my favorite show. Kaz, definitely not my favorite character, but the show had some moments. Action cheating, taking 2 actions in one, is what broke Destiny. Is what people like made people quit Destiny. It ended up being like one of the absolute strongest things that you could build around in Destiny. So this opens the door to a very slippery slope in my opinion, but we'll see how they handle it. If there's more action cheating, you will find me playing action cheating decks, I'll tell you that. Who are you going, Steve? Who are you sending to go?
I'm going to go with Thrawn.
Oh, Thrawn.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I think there's a lot of, I think you can play it in a couple different ways, and it'll be interesting to see like which one rises to the top. Because I know like internally we've been doing a lot of like aggro combo type things where we're dropping like 10/10s on turn 2. But I almost think that he makes a really good shell for control. And I like to see kind of how that plays out once the meta starts to develop a little bit.
Yeah, the card I've been most impressed with in Thrawn is Chimera. Just like getting that double trigger on something has been like basically, you don't have to kill your guys, right? Like once you hit that flip turn, he can do it, and then you can flip him and he can do it again. So like you end up like having a really insane turn if you can set it up.
I've been
And then
trying to work on a list where like it's not the Val and all that kind of stuff, but you're like Pershing, Super Laser Tech, Resupply, and then kind of taking the remnants of the old Kira deck, but fitting in a little bit more when defeated abilities just to get that incremental value.
Yeah, I think like you can still do something really interesting with Cobb and Mahdi and stuff, and not do it aggro.
Yeah,
I try to make like I think like the SWODB can't facilitate like 15 cards yet, or maybe it can now. But like I was trying to do like Cobb Vanth with the 2/2 swarm.
Oh yeah, nice
ship. So like you're getting 2 of them at a time and stuff like that. That's probably a little too cute, but I do like Cobb.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it was a cool concept. But yeah, I think that's a good call out, Steve. Thrawn's cool.
All right, mine is the new Boba Fett starter deck card or theme deck card. The thing I like about him is that we might actually have a burn deck. I would really love to have a burn deck. I would like to see where that is. We got what I love about him is you can, if you have initiative and they don't have a unit out, your daring raid is a lava spike. It does 3 to their face. I really love that 3 cost, do 5 indirect.
Yeah, that card it slipped through with like all the ends.
Yeah, I gotta look at that.
So there's a 3 cost, like just an event that just does 5.
Does 5,
like, that's crazy.
It's really crazy, and I love shoot down, which is do 3 to a space unit, and if it dies, do 2 to their face. So like if they lead any ship on turn 1, you kill it, and then you do 3 to their face. Like that's completely insane. So I just wonder if there isn't some burn deck. And then like Justin, we've been working with Fett's Fire Spray in various decks that like we've seen that damage really stack up.
If you have Boba, either this unit or like if you're in Django and you have the Boba unit out, if you like triple dark raid Fett's Fire Spray, it's 8 total damage, and then with this Boba it'd be 9. So like that's kind of insane. So sneak, or like if you're able to like bring it in ready so it can attack right away, it just does 4 indirect the turn, and it also just hits for 4. So then that to me is amazing. Like it's so much damage.
Yeah, it adds up.
Yeah, it's just a balance between like can we keep the guys off the board is like the hard part. Because you need that indirect damage to be going face. Something like a sneak attack on the droid missile platform where you can hit for 4 and then it dies, and then they hit for 4 more, 3+1 from the Boba Fett. So like there is a window there. I just don't know the best way to get the guys off the board and still crank the damage. But if you shoot down their first play and then you play the torpedo deal 5 card on their second play, like they're gonna have to take a lot of it face because 5 damage will kill whatever. It really makes me want Tarkin Town, but you lose that torpedo card, which is like really important, I think. So I don't know. I'm really excited for that, but I just think that the damage stack on Boba Fett's crazy.
And it's triggered, so it's like you can keep initiative, stuff like that. Like we love triggered abilities here.
Yeah, no doubt.
And that's another diverse style. So like this set, like if there's a burn deck and a ramp ship deck, like we're moving.
I mean, I don't know. I think like the game, we've talked about this at times, but like the game is very much like, all right, let's just play the best 50 cards and play a value deck and play good.
Yeah.
And this deck is full. This set is full of leaders that you want to build around. The problem is, or the question to ask is like, can we beat those solid decks? Like, can we just beat a Force 3/7 who pings every turn and is going to kill one of your plays with Tarkin Town and is never going to fall behind?